Warning: this is not a 101 guide to adventure motorcycles or anything intelligent.
This is the Nomad Drover, the Giant Loop Diablo, and the Rigg gear tank bags. Here's a banana for scale, and there's going to be a review of all three of them. That's sort of how they look next to each other. Long story short, the Nomad Moto one is pretty good, bit pricey though. The Rigg gear is the cheapest and the biggest and the most versatile, but it's not waterproof. And the Giant Loop, I really don't like the zip. The Nomad Drover is about 20 centimeters across the top, and the bottom maybe 22. At the back it's about 15, and the front about 11. It's got a nice little clear pouch at the front, place for running the cable into it from the front as well, little pocket for knickknacks there. It's a waterproof bag, so it's got a waterproof zipper on it. Inside here we've got a saw, a hat, some insect repellent, sunscreen, chain lube, bottle of water, power pack, cable for towing stuff, and something for tying stuff down. A little pouch in there, another little pouch at the back, and there's a divider. You can move that around, which has got a little pouch in it as well. And it's quite a nice waterproof seal, and it has a little edge here, so the water, if it does get under the seal, it can run out underneath there. But all in all, it's a nice little container, a bit small, but very nice little tank bag. The Giant Loop bag is 27 centimeters at the top, around 30 across, 29, 30 across the bottom, up the side 18, and at the front maybe 9 or 10. It's got this zip attachment to hold it onto the tank, so you strap this to the tank and then you do up the zips to hold it on. The zips are shit, and so eventually you just can't do them up, and you grab them with a pair of pliers and you break the zip. So now these are useless. So I really don't like the zip method, but it is a nice bag. It's waterproof. It's got a little hidey spot under here for keeping your extra money. Little pouch on the top for access for your maps. It's got a little access for a power cable through there, and also you can run a power cable up through the front here as well. Inside it's quite big, so we've got the same as the previous bag. Got extra pair of shorts or pants or whatever, the original water bottle, a much bigger water bottle, power bank, hat, insect repellent, the sunscreen, chain lube, and the tow cables. That's it. Inside there's not much other than this movable divider and a little thing under here where you can store some extra stuff. The Rigg gear bag is probably the largest bag of all the bags, although it's not waterproof. It does come with this nice sort of waterproof cover you can stick on it, and it's expandable so that depending on which size you've got you set your bag to, it'll match that size. Right now it's expanded, so it's about 16 centimeters at the front, about 29 at the back, 25, 24 across the top, and maybe 30 across the bottom. It has these flappy things under the labels that protect your bike, although if it's an adventure bike, I don't know, probably going to get plenty scratched anyway. So once you take the cover off, this is the normal cover that you'd see if it's not raining. It's got a couple of bags, little pouches along the side. They're not waterproof, but they're sort of nice handy pouches. Stick your earplugs in and whatnot. Nice carry handle. The thing I don't like about this bag is the USB inputs at the back. So it's good if your USB comes from underneath your seat, but mine comes from the handlebars, so I've got to run it down underneath the tank to get back to it, so that's a bit of a pain. Inside here I've got extra pair of shorts, jet boil, which I didn't have in the other one, some cutting down trees if you get stuck, some insect repellent, chain lube, tow cable, water bottle, hat, something to tie down stuff, sunscreen, another water bottle, and a power bank. It's quite big inside there, and it has access to the front area through there. Inside, this is a bit plainer, this one, although you can decrease its size and put it into small mode, and then when it's in small mode or shrinky mode, I don't know what you want to call it, then it's a bit smaller. You can probably just get a water bottle, some insect repellent, knives, shorts, probably. That's sort of the main things in there. Quite a nice bag, not waterproof, but it sits very high, so it's very big. Even in the lockdown mode, it's quite tall. This is a Nomad Drover tank bag. Sits pretty solid on the tank. Standing up like this quite comfortably, so that in attack position it's okay. If I'm leaning right forward and trying to press into the wind, then you lean against it. Might feel like it's a bit of a pain, but it feels okay. It's a pretty small bag and it's not too high, doesn't get in the way of anything. You rest your head on here if you get bored, and it feels really good. This is a giant loop tent bag. It sits a bit higher. It's fairly solid where it's mounted. Standing up, you're okay. Sort of attack position's okay. You lean forward, you do lean on it. You don't have to lean very far forward, and you're already leaning on it. And it sits quite high, so sort of sit your head on here. If you get bored, just stay below the wind. It's not a bad tank bag, apart from the problem with the zip. Okay, this is the Rigg gear unit. It's in its sport mode there, so it's a bit lower. Standing up, I've kept it nice and close here so it doesn't touch the handlebars, but just far enough forward, so standing here is okay. Bit of attack position. As soon as you're in a little bit of attack position, you can feel it against you, and then leaning right forward, you're leaning pretty hard onto it. Sitting down, not too far, and you just come down and put your head on it. This is Rigg gear in its expanded mode. It's quite tall, it does hold a lot, but when you're standing up on the pegs, you're sort of leaning against it. As soon as you lean forward at all, you sort of touch on it. But that's it. Holds a lot of gear. Both the Rigg gear and the Nomad Moto have slings which are meant to be girth hitched at the end, so they just have a loop tied over at the end. This is a bad idea. If you're girth hitching, you're better off having a half twist in the loop like this here, so when it's cinched up it lies a lot flatter. If you see the twisted cable when it's girth hitched, it lies flat. Looks a lot better than the half twisted one, which doesn't have a twist in it, so it looks a bit off and gets bunched up. The Nomad probably has the best mounting. It has nice little flaps that sit underneath the buckles, and you can just release them and easily get access to your tank, and then pop them back on. On the Rigg gear, they're just sort of these floppy things, and they're a bit feeble. At the other end, they're sort of flopping around. I don't think they're particularly good. The Nomad's a lot smaller than the other two, but it fits really nicely on the bike. The Rigg gear is not waterproof. They do have a waterproof version. This is not it. And the Giant Loop is a bag I've had for quite some time, and I really don't like it.